that Pn is equal to PR, which is 9 cm. Okay? Next, I want to find Qn. In order to find Qn, I need Qp first. So Qp, we will compare it with MP. So Qp we compare with MP. So MP is 5. Oh, it's proportional. Sorry, my bad. I took it to be congruent. Sorry. Okay, then I'm not going to do it this way. I'm going to redraw. So when they say that my triangle PQR and they want you to compare with PMN, I will redraw a small one beside it. So PMN. Remember, follow the same order. Then I fill in my info. This is 5, I put here. This is 7, I put here. And then now I can compare. I want to find PN. This one. The ratio between Pn to 9 is the same as the ratio between 7 to 16. So in order to find Pn, I cross multiply my 9 over. So I will get my length to be 9 times 7 over 16, which is 3.9375 cm. Since it's exact, no need to round off. If you want to give me in fraction, also can. Okay, no need to round off because it's exact. Okay, this is part A. Part B, I want to find Qn, which is part of the full length. But never mind, we will compare first. So we will find Qp first. So the whole Qp over 5 should be the same as 16 over 7. The ratio of the matching side. So I'm comparing these two now. This with this and that with that. So cross multiply the 5. So you will get 11, 3 out of 7 cm. Or you give me 11.4. This one not an exact fraction. So if you leave as decimal, then you have to give me 3SF. But this is better. This one is better. This is exact. Yes, part B. Okay, mark your work. So always try to redraw the smaller triangle in the same order. They say PQR, then you draw the smaller one on its side, PMN. Then you go and fill in the info. Easier for you to compare. Yes. Okay, next one. Photo is it? Here. Zheng Yue. Done, This one. When they tell you congruent, you or haven't. Okay, this one. Shh. They tell you A, B, C and D, E, F is congruent. Okay, the B is missing, So what you do is this. A, B, C. You can redraw a smaller one. Not smaller one, same one. And write D, E, F. Then fill in everything you know. So we know that DF is Y. Then DE is 8. And then EF is 3 plus X. So fill in everything you know side by side. So the blue one and the black one, draw them side by side. Okay, next, they want you to find the value of X. You will compare this one with this. So part A, 5.5 is equal to 3 plus X. So X must be 2.5. This one clear cut, no trap. Okay, next one, I want to find Y. I will compare with the base at the bottom. So Y must be comparable with 3.5 plus X. So I will put part B, X plus 3.5 gives me Y. I already know that this is 2.5 from part A. So Y is just 6. So congruent is very easy. You just have to match the correct side, then you know the actual length. Don't match the wrong side. So redrawing is the safest. So when they say A, B, C, congruent to D, E, F, you must follow the same order. Okay? Can ah? So question 2 is quite okay. Oh, anyway, never mind. I'll tell you all again. No, quadratic graph, right? If I'm not wrong, I think cannot tell. Because not all class know, so I better not say. No, I will ask the setter if it's allowed for us to tell you all. Then we tell. Mr. Ryan Yong, yes. Okay, this one. Shh. I want to find the height, the small door to the big door. Okay, shh. Listen, ah. Okay, listen. Remember, when I tell you they are similar, the ratio is the same. So the height that you want to find, always start from it first. So X, we compare it with 22.5. When you and VD. Okay, so the ratio of the height, you start first. It should be equal to the ratio of its base. So once you set up the ratio, then you can solve for the unknown by cross multiplying. So this one very, very simple. No trap, no trick. So you press calculator only. So this chapter is very ratio based. So you get 15 cm. Okay, mark your work. If you do wrongly, do corrections. Gabriel and Zheng Yue, what you all doing? Okay, please, it's 1 week before your WA. Focus. Okay? This one very simple. Next one. Holden, you marking your work. If copying, okay, good. Next one. This one. The next page is the assignment, right? What's that means never do, So shocked. Okay, I'm just going to go through this one first. Okay, question 1. Shh. Map versus actual. This is always your starting point. So map is 4 cm, actual is 5 km. So they say on the map, they are 34 cm apart. What is the actual distance? This one very easy, like primary school distance. So you divide by 4. This one is just like your ratio in primary school. So 1.25 kilometer, you times 34. So answer is 42.5. First one. This one part A. Okay, part B. Part B, same thing. Let's go back to the same scale. This same thing, but make them of the same unit. So remember I told you all kilometer, meter, cm, mm. So to change this to this, you need to jump 100,000. So multiply this by 100,000 so that you get 500,000 cm. So once both of them are in cm, you can drop the cm now. So 1 is to 500,000 divided by 4. So it's 125000. So your answer is this one. This is the ratio. Okay? Last one, part C. When they start to talk about area. Okay, this one listen ah. This is the only part that I think you might lose marks because you never be careful. So this normal scale that we have is the distance scale. But when you see that the question talks about area, you need to level up to an area scale. So remember, when it's distance, it's one dimensional. But when it's area, can you see it's two dimensional, 2D. So you need to square. So this one, to change, you need to square both sides. So this one becomes 16 cm square, represents 25 kilometers square. So this is the most important step that gets you the method mark. So after you change to an area scale, then you can tell me how to find 75 kilometers square. So from here to here is clearly a times 3. So 48 cm square on the map is the answer. Okay? So question 1, the only thing is you will lose mark here. Remember to change to an area scale. Okay, by squaring both sides. Squaring both sides of the scales. So this is the most important step. Oden, stop exchanging looks with TJ. You see how TJ is still looking at you? Like two cowboys cannot agree with each other kind. Anytime we'll shoot. Okay, so this is math skills. The last part of proportion, take note. This is the most we can test you until area scale. So make sure you can do how to find normal scale factor, how to find distance, how to find area. These 3 only, make sure you can do. Okay, let's look at 2. Okay, question 2 is similar. So 4 cm, 100 kilometer. So how to change to the same scale? This one times 100,000 first. So you get a lot of zeros. 10 million. Okay, 10 million. So both in cm. Once you are done in cm, then you can divide. So 10 million divided by 4. So this is the scale for part A. Okay, part B. That's why every time I make good decisions for y'all, I pair you with somebody that won't talk to you so much. Y'all choose somebody else. Then in the end, can learn or cannot learn, your result will tell. Okay, I have no control over what you write during the exam. I can tell you what to write now, but you don't sink in. During exam, there's no output. Okay, so please you can only remember what your friend tell you now during exam because you're only listening to that. So find your proper focus. Okay, I'm told that the length on the map, always take note, are we talking about the map or the actual? So now they tell me on the map is 40.48 cm. Find the actual. So go and find 1 cm, which is 25 kilometer, then times 40.48. I always like to go back to the original that they give me because that is the safest. I never make any calculation there, so I won't go wrong. But all these that I've calculated, it may be wrong. So if I go back to this, is the safest from the mistake. So 25 times 40.48 is 1012 kilometer. So this is part B's answer. Okay, last one is area scale again. So remember your map scale. 4 cm is 100 kilometer. If you want, you can simplify first to 25. So now I want to level up to area scale. I square both sides. So 1 cm square is 625 kilometer square. So my end goal is to show that I will get 643,801 kilometer square. I want to find what is this. So go and find 1 kilometer square first. So I will get 1 over 625 lah. Then from here to here times that string of numbers. You will get 1030.0816. If it's exact, don't need to round off. Just give me this whole string as the answer. If you want 3SF, then your answer will be 1030. But actually the answer is exact, so you can leave it as it is. Okay, this one is the best answer. Okay, these three. Yes, okay. Okay, the last two, right? If you have not done it properly, please go and complete it. Tomorrow I will go through, then I collect. I finish going through everything, then I collect. If not, I'll be marking a lot of scary stuff. Okay? So if you have not completed the last two questions, please complete it. Tomorrow I will go through that two questions and then I will give you past year paper. Okay? Shall we have a quiz tomorrow? Yeah, I mean tomorrow. Tomorrow is actual? So fast? Okay. Okay, fine. We can go through past year paper tomorrow. Map is 1 cm. Actual is 150. So actual dimensions of the living room 2.9. So you just 2.9 times 150. Yes. Okay, go and get. So this is what 435 cm. Okay. If it is 3.6, then you times 3.6. So this one, the other lesson we haven't finished. So let's just finish this one. 540 cm. Okay, but they want your answer in meters, right? So for this one, for this answer, the length, or rather the breadth, you need to divide by 100. So it's 4.35 meters. So this is 4.35 meters. And then this one, if you divide by 100, is 5.4 meters. So this is the new dimension of the actual living room. So this is the answer. 4.35 meters by 5.4 meters. Okay, next one. What is the... Okay, ready or not? Okay, I don't know why you're so rowdy today,
Because I just finished our English document.
That's not the point. Okay, that one okay, that one we can take it offline, not now. Okay, so A, B, I want the area of the whole apartment. So actually what you can do is you don't need to go and change to area scale. You can find the total length. So 2.9 plus 2.3, this is 5.2 cm. The whole length is 3.6 plus 2.4, so this is 6 cm. You can do your conversion also. So this one is the same as 150 cm times 6, which is 900 cm in real life. Actual, so it's 9 meters. This one, same thing. You can 150 times 5.2 and tell me that this is actually 780 cm in real life, which is 7.8 meters. So what is the actual area? It's 7.8 meters times 9 meters. So 7.8 times 9, 70.2 meters square. Okay? So for part B, if you don't want to change to area scale, you don't need to. You just go and change your length and breadth accordingly, then calculate area. Also can. Can? Okay, the last question is similar to this. So I'm not going to go through in detail. At most, you will only be tested one on math skills. So let's not spend too much time on it. Can I just revise some key skills that you may have forgotten? Okay, remember this time round we had 4.3 and 4.4. So I told you all this is addition and subtraction of fractions. Okay, I told you all that this is subject of formula. So later in the WA test that I'm giving you, there will be these two. So I can check whether you are good at it or not. Okay, next one. Chapter 5. Chapter 5 is on what? What is chapter 5? Quadratic functions. Okay, so chapter 5, I have a few things. One is your quadratic graph. You must know how to plot. So plot, no problem, right? You can always plot and then draw your quadratic graph. So this one, no problem. There's another type that we give you the drawing. There's another type that we give you the drawing. So if we give you the drawing, do you know where are the x-intercepts? Where are the x-intercepts of your quadratic graph?
Like when you cut in the middle, then whenever the line passes through in the x-axis, that's your...
So x-axis is this one.
Yeah.
So these two are called your x-intercepts.
And then when if it touches the curvy, it means the y.
So if The vertical axis is here, right? This point here is your y-intercept. So how to find y-intercept? You will sub x as 0. How to find x-intercept? You will sub y as 0. Then you solve. So it's the same for both. Okay, next is how to find line of symmetry. Can you all remember how to find line of symmetry? If this is -3 and this is 1, how to find line of symmetry? Can you remember? Line of symmetry is always in the middle here. And your parabola is symmetrical, right? So how to find the line of symmetry is always these two x value add together, divide by 2. So it will give you -1. So your line of symmetry is x equals to -1. Can you understand? So if you have the 2x intercept, you want to find line of symmetry, add the two coordinates up, divide by 2. So you can get line of symmetry. Another way is if your equation looks like this. Okay, wait. This is your equation, x squared plus 2x minus 3. Okay, so this is my equation. I can also find line of symmetry by using this formula, minus b over 2a. So what is the b value? The b value is this. Okay, the a value is the number in front here. So you will also get -1. So you either use formula to find line of symmetry, or you add up the 2x intercept divide by 2. So this is how you find line of symmetry. If you are not tested on graph plotting, you will be tested on, they give you the drawing, you read only. Okay? Then quadratic, other than that, they will give you questions like this. Something like that. Then they ask you to solve. Then you go and factorize. And then you solve. So this is another type. So quadratic, they can test you these three main things. Either they give you the plotting, and then you go and read. Or they give you this, ask you to find x-intercept, y-intercept, and anything they want. Okay? Or they give you a quadratic expression, you go and factorize and solve. So chapter 5, this is all they can test you. Okay, chapter 6. Okay, chapter 6, we have proportion, direct or inverse. Direct, inverse, okay, or what's that? Direct, inverse, and map skills. Okay, these three things. Other than that, there's also congruency, similarity. Congruent means exactly the same. Similar means they are proportional. Okay, so remember that. And then chapter 7, it's your Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem, we know that in any right angle triangle, c square equals to a square plus b square. Then we learn converse of Pythagoras theorem. If you have c square equals to a square plus b square, then you prove that it is a 90-degree triangle. So this chapter only these two. And then last chapter, chapter 8, is Tuakaso. And it's only used for right angle triangle only. Applies to right angle triangle only. So you should expect all this in your exam. So you imagine addition, subtraction, or fraction, 1 question. Subject or formula, 1 question. Quadratic graph, either plotting or this, 1 question. Solving quadratic equation, 1 question. Okay, proportion, they cannot test you both inverse and direct. So if they test you either one, then that's 1 question. Map skills, 1 question. Tuakaso, Pythagoras theorem and converse can be matched together as 1 big question. So could have 7 questions. Okay? So that is all you can expect. Can ah?